Okay, it's 6:30. I'll call the meeting to order. Need for an executive session. We have one on here. I need to add another one for personnel to include the town clerk and the town manager. As far as amending the agenda, we need to add G and W paving to the agenda.
New business.
Under new business, yes. Yep.
Make a motion, we approve both.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Okay. Select board minutes of July 30th. Everybody good
All
with them?
good, yeah.
August 6th.
Yep.
And liquor board of August 6th.
That's right.
Okay. Interim town manager's report.
I've talked to Pam Jackson a couple of times about her driveway. I have contacted all concerned parties that I can find with Dollar General, people that Dave Atherton had emailed previously last year when we had issues. I went down and talked to an assistant manager, wrote a letter, and handed that to the manager because the district manager said if we send a letter down to Dollar General, they can scan it and send it to corporate. So I took down the letter plus the, when they got their permits, the conditions and the environmental court decisions. I sent the entire packet. I hand delivered it down there and asked them to please scan it and send it to corporate. So I'm waiting to hear feedback from that letter, but I've done all I can do at this moment. I have talked to several Plains Road residents about the condition of the roadway. It will be seeded down, which is the last step once there's rain in the forecast. If we seed it down now, the seed's probably gonna blow away before rain hits it. Sean is working on putting out a water hatch repair bid. We got the plans from Otter Creek Engineering, so he's working on the bid packet now. In your packets, I put the information if any of you want to be registered for town fair. That's what this is. It's October 8th up in Burlington. I also got information for State Government Municipal Day on October 17th. Chad and I are going. They have 4 sessions, 8 different classes of piece you can choose from. It's everything from planning commission stuff, water, wastewater, highway, a little bit of everything in there. So if anybody's interested in looking at the agenda or me signing them up, I can do that. And then I also included in your packets the VLCT model social media policy. After our conversation at the last meeting with the personnel policy, I looked on VLCT's website and this was an updated version of their social media policy. And I have worked with citizens' complaints about speeding in a couple of different areas in town, and I have alerted PD, and in one of the places a speed cart will be put out to help try to monitor too.
Where's that?
Oh, on West Creek Road.
Oh, that sign-up sheet that had, sounded like planning commission and stuff.
I'm mentioning it to the planning commission at their meeting next week. I've already asked to have it on their agenda. I emailed them because I received it after their last meeting. So I did email, and I have talked to Kevin Blow about it,
Okay.
so that they're aware.
Anybody else have any other questions for Ann? Select board remarks? Have anything? Public comments?
Are you looking at us to,
I didn't know if you guys had comments. That's what they're looking for.
oh, about what we just heard?
No, well, anything you want to discuss with the board?
Oh,
It's
okay.
not on the agenda.
If it's not on the
If it's not on the agenda, yeah.
If it's not on the agenda, it would be time to
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nisha.
Well, I'm here, our house is on Plains Road, as you know, and we're disappointed with the result that we have right now with our driveway. It looks terrible. It looks like a patch job. And we would hope that they could fix it and have it look better. The part closest to the house was new, brand new 2 years ago, so I would think that this should blend in fairly well, but I do have a picture of it if you want to see it, but where they matched it, there's a area about 2 feet wide on the old part that's light in color. I don't know if there's dust that's ground in there and they can't get it out, or what. And then there's some pretty good scrape marks from the heavy equipment that are on there too. It's easy to see. Another thing is the roadway. When you're backing out of the driveway, I don't know what you call it, but it fans out.
Apron.
Okay, and if you don't make sure that you get out into the road before you start to turn, you go across the lawn, either way.
Did it flare more before you?
Yeah. And then it seems like the dirt that's been put into the sides of the driveway, I don't know, they put some stone in there and then they sprinkled some sand or dirt on top, and you can see the stones sticking up, which I don't know if that's supposed to be there or not, but it seems like there's quite a drop once you get the mailman and other people driving on the dirt side of that pavement. There's going to be a pretty deep rut through there. It's not packed down enough.
By your mailbox?
Right
Was
back,
that
but
paved?
even, yeah, and of course on the other side it's the same way. And I didn't measure it, but from my driveway and I look out at the edge of the road's about that high from the dirt, from the lawn, where the lawn should be. It doesn't seem like it's a smooth finish. And then, of course, after they finished what they did this spring, and they just threw some dirt over and some seed and some hay, it's a huge area where our lawn is not part of that. It's bad looking. Not a finished look at all for a front lawn.
Project's done, right?
I have talked to Tom Markowski about, because Nisha's not the only one that's complained about the way the lawns came in, and we've talked with Otter Creek Engineering and Markowski's. Tom said that once rain was in the forecast, he had planned on coming back through and redoing the seeding and such. But with it being so dry out, putting grass seed down, it's not
Did
gonna.
that include dirt
Is
to
there more
level up as
topsoil
well?
to be?
I can ask him.
Yeah, 'cause seed's not gonna bring it up too much.
Should we look at these?
Seed won't bring it up, no.
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 Should
It
we
sounds
look
like
at
they,
these?
what's that?
Should we look at these?
I don't think so. We did.
Well, let's hear what they have
No,
to say.
Dan asked, should we look at
Oh,
them?
I thought.
Let's hear what everyone has to say, and then we can figure out.
Right.
I think if you looked at them, you could get a much better idea than what I'm telling you. It's pretty hard to describe, like where the repair work was put down, the last piece of asphalt, and it butts up to our original driveway. Looks terrible. It really looks terrible. It looks like somebody might have put a sealer on the upper part, ran out of sealer and just kind of went straight across so that, it would look okay, and then didn't finish it. That's how light it is, and yours are all the same way.
And there's a lip.
This is Wilkes' work, right?
Yeah. So what you're saying is the new asphalt is a lot darker than your old asphalt.
Well,
Which
it's some darker, but my asphalt is only 2 years old. And
Yeah,
when
but-
we had that rain today, it cleared ours off, it looks nice. And the other, but it's, I'm gonna show you a picture because I can't explain it. This is looking from my front room window. And this is what they just put down. And this is on my old, all that grade. And that's up on the roadside. And if that's the way it's supposed to be finished,
The old blacktop will be darker.
I
but-
understand that.
but,
But if a sealer, if it were to be sealed, it could be nice and smooth.
Is the transition at the same
Uh,
elevation?
You know,
Ours is not.
yours is not?
No.
Ours
Okay.
is not. It will, take.
So where, the two mesh isn't proper, that's what you're saying, right? The
Right,
apron
it's
and
not
your
much,
driveway?
but it is not even.
For snow removal this winter, I think is gonna be a problem. You know, they're gonna come in, they're gonna hit that, it's gonna tear.
One's
stuff
higher
to-
than the other.
Yep. And
Right.
we used to be level.
I think probably we should go look at it at this point, next meeting.
And I think you should look at it as a homeowner and say, do I want to look at that every time I back out of my driveway?
I mean, the color, the new stuff will bleach out eventually.
Right, but that
But I mean,
gray,
if there's a difference in height, that's a whole different thing.
yeah, that's a different thing, but.
That looks like
this-
it might be dust and sediment between the two.
But it's funny, well, we didn't
can't
have
tell
a,
till
we
we
didn't
look.
have a hard enough rain, I granted, last night. But ours got really dark compared to this gray.
Yeah, I
2
bet
foot
That might
section.
be silt then,
Oh, so that gray is, you think is asphalt, that silt that's in the, between the two?
No, I don't think it's asphalt. Something else is on there from the work they did. I don't know if it's, like you said, some silt that's dusted on there, maybe packed down a little bit. I don't know. I just don't think that, you know, their driveways all look like this too.
All right, so I think we need to go,
Is there anything to add to that before we do that? I just don't know if anyone else had something to add.
Or if they want us to.
Okay. Our driveway,
Same thing?
there's a level difference.
Okay.
yeah. Are you
Between-
right by Nisha's?
Two down.
Two down,
To this
blue
one.
roof.
Oh, blue.
They're
roof.
in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah, Jackson's are in between the two of us.
Okay.
And our apron has also been narrowed down to
Narrowed
almost
flare.
none, where it used to be a decent apron, so you didn't drive on the lawn.
And we used to be flat.
And it used to be level, almost level with Plains Road. Now Plains Road is
So
a
that's
good
where
two,
the elevation changes from your driveway to Plains Road,
where Plains
not
Road
where
is,
they patched.
where they patched, there's a difference. And now Plains Road is higher than it used to be. So now we're going uphill when we're driving onto Plains Road.
To get back out of the driveway.
that,
I guess I'm not surprised that the road is.
the road is higher, that I'm not surprised at,
But I think the
your
mesh
drive,
should be
Yeah.
flush.
yeah,
Yeah.
certainly back in your driveway, between your old driveway and your new should
That
be
should be-
flush.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That
it's
shouldn't
not
be a
flush.
difference, so. All right, why don't we
When you wanna do it.
plan on, we'll plan on 6 o'clock before next week, or 2 weeks meeting?
It's 9/4, it's a Thursday instead of a Wednesday.
Is that,
And the meeting's the 4th, which is the Thursday instead of that Wednesday, just to remind you.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
I won't be here that week, probably. Is it possible to, is this gonna be a long meeting? Maybe do it afterwards?
We probably won't get it tonight, we've
It'll be
got,
dark by the time we get out of here.
what about, next Wednesday? We got a BCA meeting next Wednesday, we could do it right before that. If any of you guys are coming to that or not, but I can do it then, next Wednesday,
Yeah,
yeah?
yeah, I think I
Yeah.
can make it.
What time's the BCA?
8:27, BCA's
Oh,
at 6:30.
I think it's at 6:30, so 6 o'clock.
Yeah, let's do it next week.
So why don't we'll stop by 6 o'clock a week from tonight
Public meeting.
and have a look at it.
She'll meet us there, because
We're talking 3 driveways.
That's right.
Well, do you want to include Kevin?
Well,
Get that.
Catherine and Adam are not happy either. I shouldn't probably be speaking, they couldn't come here tonight.
Where is their,
They're next door to
Next to-
Kevin and Joanne.
Yeah,
so we're all in that line.
Yes.
yes,
So could we
all
have,
4 in the line.
could we have all the last names where there's an issue, just so we can put them in the notes?
Yep.
Yeah.
McEwen?
I can get them from the sign-in sheet.
All right.
But you got one more that isn't here. You've got their name.
The 4th party that's
Is-
not here.
Adam and Catherine?
Yeah.
What's their last name?
I know her name.
I know maiden name, yeah.
Um,
Jackson.
I don't know her married name.
It'll come to me. I can't, no, it's not Perry. DeLuca.
Luca?
DeLuca.
DeLuca.
That's
DeLuca?
not his last name. That's her last name.
Well, we can use that as
And
well.
if
Well,
I
we can-
can, I know there's one other party that would have been here, but her father is ill. She lives right up from the town office here on the left. Amy Wooster.
That's the 5th one.
McEwen?
Jackson.
DeLuca.
Her mailbox is like down almost to the ground. Whoever put that in there, I can't imagine that they thought it was okay. Set it in there.
So just for clarification, McEwen, Jackson, DeLuca,
Jansen,
Jansen.
and then
Jan-
DeLuca.
Jansen. Okay. Just want to make sure we have it.
And Worcester.
And
And
you'll,
Wooster.
5.
5?
and you'll warn that as a meeting.
Yep, I'll do it tomorrow.
5, okay.
Yeah. Any other public comment?
I have something to say. So, when they finished up when they were working on the driveways, our driveway was last. Only because my husband went out and said, I'm not accepting you going with wheelbarrows worth of asphalt, because they didn't pack that in. It was just wheelbarrowed in there. And so they got upset and said, well, we're gonna have to wait then, because our, whatever paver or something is not here. And they got upset with my husband. So they came back last week, actually, Monday, I believe they were there. Or, I don't remember what day it was. But anyways, my husband went out when he saw that they were gonna fan it the way the apron was. So they got upset with him again, said, we're gonna do exactly what we were told, we're not doing any more. And I said, John says, okay. He said, if you don't do it right this time, you're gonna come back and do it again. So they did it, and someone that works for Wilkes, his name is Matt, said to my husband, you know, this is all done wrong. He says, this driveway should have been ripped up and a whole new driveway should be down. You're gonna have problems, all these driveways, you're gonna have problems in the spring. It's gonna freeze, it's gonna separate, the water's gonna get under there, and it's gonna ruin your driveway. So, I just want that,
Did you get his last name?
well, he works for Wilkes, I know who it is.
Okay.
So I was a little discouraged because the last time I was here, I felt like I was being bullied by this group to make a decision to have Wilkes fix my driveway. And now I hear, well, it was a patch job. So that doesn't make me feel good. So, and I talked to Ann today and I said, I want it in writing. They're going to talk about sealing the 2 connections. And that's right, if that's what they want to do. But what happens if it doesn't work? What happens if that breaks up, water gets under there, and now my driveway's ruined? So I asked her, I told her I wanted it in writing, that if this doesn't work, who's gonna be responsible for giving me a new driveway? So,
All right.
Hopefully ours will work.
We'll look next week.
Well,
We'll look next week
If
and.
these
yeah.
are done properly, I mean, driveways are butt patched all the
All the
time.
time, yeah.
all over the state where they deal with frost if it's done correctly.
If it's not done correctly, who's responsible? Unfortunately, we won't know really until spring, will we?
Probably not.
No, probably not. Well, depends on the winter, you know.
Yeah, good point.
Well,
Could I suggest we get somebody from the
maybe have
the
Stevie,
company to be with us?
have Stevie come out himself.
Yeah, I think we
He
need to
wanted
stop
this.
going back and forth. Let's just
Yeah.
have him here with us.
Yeah.
All right?
That works.
All
Yeah.
right.
I know when,
If we
I don't
can't
know
have
how long
Steve,
the
is Tim
driveway
okay?
should
Because Tim's the
stay
one that was
good.
the one that
We had
managed
ours
this
done
project.
Preferably
2 years
Steve, but
ago,
Tim,
and
yeah, I
we've
mean,
been
they're both,
really pleased
yeah.
with the job that was done
Yeah.
for us. And we
We'll
don't
see.
want to have troubles now.
We'll see if we can get him out here with us when we look at this, so we're all
Okay, the
together.
one we had was Witherby.
Yeah, same with us.
Wilk did ours originally.
That would certainly be helpful.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, yep, thank
Learning
you.
this.
We'll, like I say, we'll look at it next week and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So you don't need us around
Don't have to say anything.
anymore.
Only if you'd
No,
like to.
not unless you wanna go through everything else that's in here.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This week's at 27.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's.
Any other public comments?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Fire Hill concerns. Update.
Update, Jeff finally got the letters ready. They were served by the police officer yesterday. I actually had a conversation with Ashley today. She came in to see me. She has a dumpster coming this week. Brad Keith is the one that she contacted, so I feel comfortable saying that it'll be delivered this week. And she has at least one of her vehicles leaving. She can give me a time, I'm assuming fairly quickly, because she needs the room for the dumpster where the car is. And then a second vehicle should be leaving very shortly, according to my conversation with Ashley today in the office. I haven't heard from the other 2 properties, but she did come in today and make contact with me, and she said she'd stay in touch. That's the best I have right now.
No other response? When did they go out?
They were finally
Tuesday,
delivered yesterday.
Yesterday, so, yeah.
Jeff got them ready Friday, dated on Monday, so I had to wait till Monday so that they could be served, because he sent them in the mail, I think, Friday, so that they actually got them. Ashley got hers today in the mail, but they were served yesterday via police department.
Okay. And we forgot to scratch this. Updated personnel policy with revisions. I think what we would plan on doing, Ann got us VLCT's social media policy, because there are some concerns in this one we've got with what's written in it. So I don't know if everybody's had time to read this or not, or we want to postpone this till.
I think we need to table that till next.
Table it till
Yeah,
next meeting. Okay, fine with me.
Yep.
Do you, just a quick question, I know you want to table it, do you want me to make that model social media policy for Town of Pittsford and bring it back to next meeting? So it says Town of Pittsford instead of model VLCT and go through?
I think we can look at it the way it is, and then if we decide we want to use it, then make the changes.
Okay.
I don't think, because if we decide it doesn't fit us, there's no sense
Okay.
you taking your time to do that.
Okay.
Everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Camping on public lands or public parks ordinance.
I made the changes with the, I eliminated the times, and where I accidentally said public nudity, because I copied and pasted, it now says the camping. So it just needs select board approval and signatures at this point, I believe, unless somebody has additional changes.
Anybody have anything on it at this point? Or I can get a motion to either approve.
So moved.
Approve. Second. Dan said it, okay. So, any other discussion on that? All in favor of passing that ordinance?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Pittsford Day ideas, feedback.
I'll hand it over to Liz.
Hi, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh yeah, I feel that. Okay. So
The Pittsford Day Committee and myself, including Ann, we had our meeting today at 4:30 prior to this one, so like that we can discuss. We, this was our post-meeting. We always have a post-meeting afterwards to discuss what we'd like to change, and we also went ahead and reviewed yours. So I'm just gonna go down the list of what was given to me, and I'll share what the committee shared. So, bigger signage at Furnace Road and the recreation area, we all agree. We're going to go ahead and make the same type of signage that the haunted house has. Big sign that they have that they put on Route 7, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna put one there, and then we're gonna put one on the south side of town. So that we'll have 2 big signs, and then I'll go ahead and add more of the street signs around town and around Route 7, and maybe even a little further down 7 as well.
Before that day, Liz?
Yes, absolutely. Lifeguards present for that day, I will try. I only had 4 lifeguards on staff this time around, and they were not available, so that's why they were not there. So if next year, if I have lifeguards and I can schedule them for it, I would absolutely do if I have the staffing. The location, the feeling that it was too spread out and maybe taking it back to the in front of the firehouse. It was unanimously decided by the committee that they don't want to do that. They don't want to take it back down in front of the firehouse. It's a lot of work for the firefighters, and they don't have a lot of volunteers. It's a lot of work for the highway department. We would have to close down Arch Street for the entire weekend because of the way the setup with the vendors are. The things that I have added for the kids, the big bouncy houses and the Connect Four and the axe throwing, we would have to put that up on Lothrop's land. I would have to send a building use request to the Rutland Supervisory Union to see if I can utilize the land that belongs to the school to add whatever we needed to, and we don't have the swim area down there. So everybody was like, we have a beautiful recreation area, let's continue to, have it there, and then we'll just go ahead and make a couple of changes where everybody feels it should be. The big draw regarding baseball, soccer, or disc golf tournament. I already have 2 disc golf tournaments. One is in January, that is the huge Pittsford food shelf fundraiser, and we have one in October. So we are going to have a cornhole tournament. We've never had it before during Pittsford Day, so we're going to work with, and gave me information about this league in West Rutland that they organize the cornhole tournament, and they also tie in a charity cause to that. So we're going to add that to the affair for part of the events, and we'll choose who we're going to have the fundraiser for. Schedule, yes. All of the vendors, I just want to clarify, all of the vendors are booked and confirmed like in January. Then I have to wait for them to come back to me and let me know when they're going to be here. Okay, so I will do I'll do better in having them give me that information a lot sooner. Like the pony rides, for example, she was supposed to be there 1 to 6, didn't get there until 2. So I will try to gather that information for people, for the things that are only going to be periodically and not all day events, so like that we can put it out on Facebook and in the local community businesses. Visibility of the fireworks, I'll speak to Chuck. The trees have grown. He has always done it in the upper field by hole 9. Last year he was more to the center. This year he did go a little more to the right. So I'll speak to him about moving it more to the center. That's the only thing I can do unless we want to start cutting down trees, and I don't think we want to do that. So I'll just see if he can move the location from it and go from there. But it's also, safety concerns to make sure that they're not too close to the tree line, so we don't have anything going back into the rec area itself. Silent auction. I'm going to talk to the Pittsford Historical Society and see if that's something that they would like to take over. That is a huge project to do to fit into Pittsford Day. So if I find someone that has the items and can organize and man that, we'll go ahead and add it on. We scheduled Pittsford Day last August in 2024 2023, right after. It was, I'm sorry?
2024.
24, sorry. And it was out in Facebook. It was out in the Rutland Herald community calendar. It was in the Brandon Reporter. There was posters all over town in the commutas, and there was a Facebook event that was also created in order to let people know when the event was happening and what was going on. So Addison County Field Days moved their dates after. So I really can't, control when other, entities. So the committee decided that and it's true because consistency matters. If people know that Pittsford Day is going to be the first weekend of August, they're always going to go, okay, we're going to go to Pittsford Day on first weekend of August. If we switch it now, the committee feels that we might lose people because already after Pittsford Day, we have the Jeep event here in town. They're doing it after Pittsford Day, and then you have the Brandon Carnival. So we all agreed, the committee, that keeping it, first weekend of August makes more sense so like that because people already have had that day for the last 2 years. The car show, I never had the car show. I never witnessed the car show. I was told that the car show didn't bring a lot of people to Pittsford. It wasn't a big draw, and Brandon has theirs like 2 weeks later, which is the Lost for Dogs or some type of fundraiser that they do. So that's the feedback that I got regarding your concerns and your suggestions from the committee. Some things that we are going to do differently. We're going to kick it off with the color run. So we're going to have it's 5K run, but people wear white shirts and you get hit by tie-dye. That's going to be a fundraiser for the Pittsford Christmas for Kids Foundation. Lori Hempel does a fantastic job. So all money raised from that will go to her. So it'll be kicked off by the color run. We are bringing back all the same games. I had a lot of people come up to me that the kids really enjoyed all of the different games and the mini golf, the dunk booth. We're bringing back the hot box. That was a huge hit with the kiddos and a great way for them to learn how to work with the fire extinguisher and things of that nature. We're going to start it at 1 o'clock instead of 12 because we had a little bit of a lull. It was packed with kids, and then around, between 4:30 and 6, there was a little bit of a lull because all the kids were tired. They went home and then came back the folks that wanted to watch Satin Steel. So we're going to go ahead and kind of just reorganize the schedule a little bit so like that everything is a little bit more back to back and not as spread out. And another thing, just lost my train of thought on something that I wanted to mention.
More vendors?
Yes, I am going to be contacting local vendors. Crafty vendors, so they can come, and more so people from Pittsford because we are celebrating Pittsford Day, and see if there are any local, beekeepers, craft, anything that want to come and sell their stuff. We have the Sunshine Lavender Farm here in town. Have them come and sell their stuff if they want to. Ask Monty's if they want to, set up something to give information. Kind of talk to Kamutas and Keith's and see if they want to sponsor something. They're not going to want to have food there because obviously they have their restaurants. So just I'd like to utilize the town businesses to be a part of Pittsford Day and have them do so in whichever way they'd like to do. And I think that especially Kamutas and Keys, it'd be better for them to sponsor something in opposed to making food because they cater and we have all the food trucks that come and attend. Dunk booth is going to be Otter Valley football fundraiser, and we're going to try to see if we can do the dunk booth or the cornhole to benefit the Rutland Humane Society. So everything was reviewed, and we have set the date for next year. It is going to be August 1st. Okay, the first Saturday of August is going to be at the rec, where I'm going to go ahead and get all the vendors that we had in terms of the mini golf and the food. We want to try to find someone that is a little bit more cost effective with the food because we have great vendors, but the prices are a little up there. And if you have a family of 4, you're not going to want to spend, $17, $18 for a sandwich and fries. So we're going to try to see if we can find a little bit more cost effective vendors. So there's a little bit of everything for everyone. And that's all I have for you. Any questions, concerns?
The lifeguards, how do you facilitate finding those?
I did add We advertise in the paper, we advertise in Indeed, and Ann and I can tell you that we received maybe 14 applications via Indeed. Not one single person had a lifeguard certification. So we went through Indeed. Obviously, none of them were contacted because, they weren't certified. My 4 that I had this year are coming back. I do have some of their friends that, are high schoolers and college kids that want to probably do it. I'm still going to go ahead and move forward with becoming.
I just wondering about contacting the high schools. These are high school age kids.
High school going into college, yeah.
If maybe we could attract some of them from
Well, I was
school?
thinking that if I become, because the problem is that all of the training is like either up north or, really far away, and they're extremely expensive. They're like between $300 and $500 depending on where you go to get trained. It's ridiculous. So I think that if I get trained, I can offer the classes in here in Pittsford, and that'll be an additional revenue for the Pittsford Rec Department, and we don't have to charge
They
that
don't
much
do
money.
it at Castleton?
I don't believe so. It's never come up on my search, and I actually have to look up so I can get Reg's. I can find, and if I do it, I think the closest one that I found was in Massachusetts, and that's fine because my mom lives in Mass, so I'll be able to go see her and go to the training. But yeah, it's not as easy as it is to become trained, and it is really, really expensive. So I think the best course of action is for me to become certified, and then I can just train kids. You know what I mean? Get them certified, and we'll have our lifeguards.
Good idea.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions?
So we have a rec committee?
We don't have a rec committee. I just created the flyer to send to Lothrop. I dropped it off yesterday to set up the rec volunteer committee. So,
Okay.
and I
Alright.
put that we want them to help with sports activities, so hopefully we can get some parents interested in lending a hand and helping. Any other questions?
Thanks, Liz.
Oh, you're very welcome.
All right, new business. Enhanced Energy Plan Hearing 1.
So I will freely admit I screwed up. I didn't notify it soon enough for Enhanced Energy number 1. September 4th, we're still good because it was in Brandon Reporter's paper today, and we can do it September 17th and we're legal. So those have been properly warned, and I apologize. Things got away from me on my desk. So we will have the Enhanced Energy ones on September 4th and September 17th. And they have been now properly warned and everything handed out.
Book drop box locations.
So this was what Donna Wilson had mentioned at the last meeting, that she wanted one to be somewhere else in town other than the transfer
I
station.
think she's coming back.
Yeah, I think she was here for that.
Well, she,
I've talked to Shelley
you
at
wanna
the,
go get her, Dan?
Is she
I
coming in or
think
what?
maybe she went to the,
Oh, bathroom, oh, okay.
I did talk to Shelley at
We
the
can-
Can we
library.
go to the next one and
Oh,
come back to
yep.
that, please?
Yep.
Just in case.
All right, so we'll come back to that one. Town meeting information sessions, idea discussion.
So we had mentioned back at town meeting that the meetings in August, we wanted to start mentioning town meeting information sessions and ideas to try to get more people involved. When I went to the leadership summit, there was actually one of the seminars was on this and how different towns are doing different things. One town has changed it up and does like a 3-part series. So in October or so, they have a public input day on what the public would like to see for changes, and like a budget informational meeting. And then in January, they have another one that's part of a select board meeting to hear what the public has to say about the budget as it stands as of that date. And then they have their, they have actually decided to do their budget vote by Australian ballot, but they still have another meeting so that people can have, discuss their things. And that's what one town's doing. Another town is doing, I don't know if it was a potluck or somebody made a whole bunch of pies or whatever, and they have an informational meeting before town meeting to get public input on their budgets, are a couple of the ideas. I know we had talked about different ideas after our last town meeting to try to get more people there. So I put it back on the agenda because it was in my notes after the last town meeting that we wanted to start talking about it in the fall. But
that down the road to see.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's something we need
Yeah.
to, you're right about bringing it up, we did say that.
Yeah,
But
so,
Do you want me to move it to October after the public hearings that we have to have for enhanced energy and such? Or do you want me to do it like the September 17th meeting?
let's do it the first meeting in October.
For October 1st?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Donna, you ran out right as we did the book drop location, so
You missed
now we're
it.
going back to that, so. You left us. So, book drop box locations.
So, I've talked to Donna, I've talked to Shelley, I've talked to Liz Sully at the library. My suggestion is that we keep the one that's at the transfer station, but add a second one and put it out back here. It's not gonna bother anybody back there. People come here anyways to drop off batteries and medicine, and if they're paying their taxes, they can swing through, or if somebody's cleaning their house on a Sunday and they wanna drop off the box will be available at any time to make a book drop. That's my suggestion.
Most
So-
important is the people that come to collect it can clean it out, so you can actually use it. That's the issue.
And if I see them here, I can catch them. I have a transfer station key. I can let them in to empty it.
So that they, if we made arrangements, to if it gets full, to pull the books and hold them, they won't, whoever it comes to get them won't pick them up unless they're in that one location? Is that what I understand?
Well,
Who
they
collects
can't-
the
They
books?
can't go in,
Gate's
like,
locked.
just like when my husband went down to, working for CV. There's an extra key that down there, there's an extra lock, so CV could get in there. Okay, they're not gonna do that for this out-of-state company. So when they go to pick up the boxes, the books, they go to pick up all the books, they can't get in because the
they
transfer
can't get
station's
into-
not open. So then you go down there and it's always full, and then the problem is people started just leaving the books outside the bin. Now the guys, our workers have to go and pick them up, they're all wet, they're no good to anyone, they have to go in the dumpster most likely. So having it here where they can just come in when they do Rutland County and come in and collect all those books from the bins, it's right out here, they can do it. That's
Yeah.
the issue.
So we would
So-
only have one drop box?
Well, you were, yeah, there's no sense having one down at the dump if they can't
No.
get in and get it. That's the
You
whole,
can have them pick that one up. I have no problem with that. I just figured if people are cleaning out and they have trash, they can bring their books
yeah, but
there.
but doesn't solve our problem.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So,
Well-
why can't it be at the library?
that's where it be logically should be if you're getting rid of a book.
Well,
That's where the other,
there was
that's where
an
the other
issue.
ones are.
What was the issue with that?
So I've talked to Shelley. One, they don't have a lot of extra parking. She doesn't want it on the lawn to be mowed around. She has talked to other town librarians. One town said that they found their books are being dropped into the bin, even though it's on the opposite side of the library. Somebody sees a Dropbox bin, they put the book in there. And then, another one has said it became full, and then she had issues. She contacted the company came and cleaned it out, but, those are concerns that Shelley passed on to me from other libraries. But the big concern is library books ending up in this book bin.
Oh, and I can see that happening.
Yeah.
I don't see, why don't we just take that one box that's at the dump or the transfer station and bring it up here?
We can do
Problem
that
solved.
too.
Could we,
I think.
and where the old box is, could we put a sign and let those people know where it is?
Where it is now,
Box has
yeah.
been removed, and put it in the newspaper and in our newsletter and a sign down there, I don't know. If they can't get them.
Well,
I'm
no,
willing to
I-
do this, I'll put a sign down there.
For a while, so people know.
Shelley laminated at the library, so it, right where that spot is, that's not a problem.
Where are we gonna put it here?
I don't know, seems more logical to me to have it
Right,
at the
that, we
library.
can put it right by the
Whatever,
sand
I
pile
mean,
out
hey,
back.
whatever.
no, I mean, it seems more logical, but on the other hand, I can see people,
Yeah.
they tend to be lazy, and whatever box is the closest, I'm bringing a
They'll put
book
it-
back,
yeah.
and
Sounds
so
like Shelley
I
didn't
can
want
see
it.
that
She
point.
does not want it. She was very adamant with Dave Atherton. She was very adamant with me.
Try it.
Yeah, we can try it. If it becomes an
Doesn't work.
issue here, then we have to
If
do
we-
something
yeah.
Then
different.
we say it's gonna go to the library. like it or
Yeah, and
not.
it'll go there, yeah.
Or it just leaves town.
Huh?
Or it just leaves town.
Well, if we decide we want to have it at the library, later on, it's going to the library. I mean,
Yeah.
it's, but, I guess we can try it. It just seems to
We
me
moved
like
that big
it's not a
bill
place
down
that
there.
I drive to recycle books, but I guess once you get the information
My point
around,
is
maybe
we
it'll
pay a
work.
big bill down there too, yearly. We write a big check
Oh, yeah,
down there.
we read a huge one.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's why I'm just saying, it seems logical if you're gonna, but I
But
don't
if
know.
you do have people throwing books to be returned into this thing,
Well, don't
they're
they,
gone.
can I, just for a point of clarification, then we can go on.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of this
Okay.
already.
Oh, yeah, no,
But isn't there a book drop already there?
Yeah, but
Wait a minute,
Yes, it's in the front of the building. It's in
right,
the
where
front.
people walk into the library.
Right.
If you have something in the back that says this is for throwing away books, recycle them,
You would hope that they
you would
wouldn't
think you
put
could
'em
tell
in
the
there,
difference
right.
between that, but that's, maybe it's too tough.
Oh,
people.
that's Possible.
I just wanna make the point that
Yeah.
it seems to me more
We get your
logical to
point.
be there, okay? Yeah, I'm done, see you, yeah.
point taken.
I-
Put it up here, put it in the back, put everything
I
else.
just- I
Put it
think
next to the sand
We
pile.
try it here for,
Took me a year to
Yeah.
find.
yeah. I think we move it up here. So do we need a motion on that or just a consensus?
Whichever you prefer.
All right, I'll take a motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
I move we bring the book box, book return, or the book depository up here,
The, used the
Used.
throwaway
Throwaway.
book.
the throwaway book.
Not, yeah,
Alright.
make, yeah.
Yeah.
You seconding
I
that?
second, I'll second that.
All right. Any discussion, Mark?
No.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right.
Opposed?
Opposed?
No.
All right. All right. That's fair. Yep.
Okay.
All right. FY 2025 budget recap.
Yeah.
Mark had asked for this, so I included it in your packets.
Yep.
It's in there.
I can try to answer questions. I've gone over it a couple of different times.
Just 1 minute, I highlighted a bunch of stuff, but.
It should be the last thing that was in your packet.
I moved it though.
So our computer contracts is like double.
Because we used to have Vermont Digital, they went out of business, and we went with Sillaway,
Purely more money than what we had budgeted, correct?
truly.
That's my only question. That's
And
what I remember, but.
Unfortunately, I believe we're gonna be over budget in that line item this year too, because we didn't anticipate how much it was going to cost
Yeah.
for the current company.
Some of the things are offset, especially the police department and what we're
Yep.
doing down here. It's pretty easy to see where that's going.
Yep.
I think the highway did a nice job staying real tight on their budget.
Yes, they did.
I guess I had a question, are we putting enough money into our forward funds for new equipment? I think that's something we're gonna have to address when we budget this year. I just wanted
For
to,
highway,
well, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. We gotta
There's-
do patrol cars.
and I think that is gonna be a part,
And fire.
capital planning is gonna become a major issue. We are going to need to start looking at that. Infrastructure-wise and everything, I plan on sitting down with my department heads and finding out infrastructure, vehicle, anything that needs long-term care, like what are we looking at, how many years for replacement? Paving's gonna become an issue at some point. 300,000 sounds like a lot until you go to pave the roads. So, and trying to maintain that infrastructure as well.
No, my point is kind of from, we've got 25,000 in the first response replacement and 25,000 patrol vehicle. One's getting used a lot more than the other, so I mean, I think we're gonna have to re-look at these. And vehicles are more expensive, and the ones, just the point I'd like to say is the ones we're buying, these Dodge Durangos aren't worth their weight. They're just boat anchors, and I think we have to start planning for something that's gonna last a little longer. If we're gonna make the investment, we should do something decent. But, that was one of the things that jumped out at me. Other than that, Ann, I thought it looked pretty good overall.
I've been through it a couple of
Yeah.
times, trying to, make sure that we were in line and correcting little things that I found. that, you know, if it was in a zero budget category, did it need to be in there, or was it supposed to be reallocated to
Yeah,
one
no.
that had a budget?
Thank you very much for putting this together.
Yeah.
This gives a good picture, and we're not too far away from budgeting, so it's a real good time to look at this.
at it.
but-
What we're doing, yeah.
Those were the couple things that jumped out, but I don't think it looks out of line really at all.
And I'm still waiting for the auditors to give me their date to come in. I've sent them an email waiting. We've done the preliminary audit with them, sent everything in before Pat left. We're just waiting to hear when they're coming in to do the physical audit for the rest of it.
Yeah, we'll need to start our first planning budget meetings here pretty soon.
I figured mid-October.
I thought
Or
we started
first meeting.
September.
September or 1st of October.
Yeah,
We
we're
don't want to put
usually-
it off too long.
We started mid-October last year. I looked to make sure.
Yeah, I'd rather start a little
Little
earlier.
early.
So we don't end this, we had special meetings too, that I'd rather stay
We
away
were
from.
pushing you,
Okay.
Deanne.
Right.
But anyway, thank you for this, this is helpful, but I do think we should look at the end of September, or at least the 1st of October.
It'd have to be October 1st, because September 17th
That's fine.
is going to be a
But
rough
I
one
think we
for
should
me.
make sure it's right on the agenda to
So
start.
October
Yeah.
1st, yeah.
Okay.
Citizen concerns with the town clerk. Dan, I think that was brought to your attention, correct?
Yeah, what came to my attention is, the schedule on when the new transfers are, recorded and, entered into the books, Helen?
We've been behind on that. We've been short-staffed and trying to train new people, and we are behind. We're pretty well caught up. We've made a big dent in it we're trying to break it loose. We've got a lot that has already been sent out. Today, we got a lot loose, and that unfortunately is the tail end, and when we get swamped, that sits too long, and so we're going to try to set it up a little different so we can go, instead of doing the whole stack and going back and picking it up, we're going to try to go right through everything. So it may,
Is there a set time schedule when those come in and are supposed to be recorded?
not that I'm aware of, but we try to get them as quick as we can. But being left alone, and Liz left, we didn't bring anybody in right away. It was a while before we brought anyone in. It was Pat and myself, and we were trying to do what we could. Pat leaving, we brought Corey in, but there was quite a space in between. And Pat was using vacation, and we just, between training and trying to get caught back up, we have made a big difference in the last couple of weeks.
So the whole office staff helps with that?
No, it's just mainly Dolores and myself on the, and Dolores had just started training, and then she had to be out
Yeah, okay.
because of a personal issue, and it's been very busy with taxes and water bills, and there's days that I can't even do anything with recordings because I'm at the counter taking cash.
Do we need to help you with more labor in the office?
And we need to get everybody trained so that everybody can do the different things. And I think we're going to discuss another issue later in executive, which,
I guess my question is, do
Yes.
you need more help in there? Is that something we need to look at allocating or look in our budgeting process as we go into the fall?
You need another part.
Or do you think this is gonna cure itself?
possibly, I don't know that it's going to cure itself, but we've got 2 people that are being trained as we speak. And I'd like to discuss that more when we get into executive.
Oh, we can, I'm just, I wanna make sure that's something we can.
But yes, that's something that we may have to, or a space where somebody can go and record where they aren't answering the phones and having everybody that walks in interrupt them too.
Well, I'm concerned because we closed the office per se on Friday, right? To-
Well, per se.
To get,
because
yeah, per se, I know, they come in anyway.
They come in anyhow, but on top of that, we didn't even try to close it with everything being due, and we only had a couple people. So we tried to close it this past Friday, and it was the first time in weeks and weeks. And people just went around and came in the other door. And people have been in town long enough that they know there's another door.
So I guess my question
We
is,
have to close that one too.
this goes into, do we
Well,
need
that's
more
what I
help?
tried to do, but
Should we be back open on Friday if we got more help? I mean, I'm putting these all out for thought process, not that we have to discuss them, but
it's
I-
food for thought.
just something to throw out there.
It
'cause
is food for
A lot
thought.
of people do their stuff on Fridays now.
I've
it
got to
seems,
tell you,
right?
I've been coming in early mornings, staying late at night, and this last weekend was the first weekend I took the whole weekend off in a while. And I take stuff home to read at night because I don't get left alone to read any of the things I need to read at the office.
Maybe that's something we're gonna have to look at.
Yeah, but so Dolores is in the process of being trained
Yes,
to do
and
this,
she's doing
correct?
great. She's a star. She's
Yeah,
doing wonderful.
So how much,
Well, we just gotta get time together that we can be left alone to get her more into the recording and into the, we're started, but we started and stopped, with everything going on. And you can't really, the two of us can't sit there together and not let anybody in.
Yeah, we have to look at the labor situation there. Yeah, we have to have somebody that's gonna run the counter now.
Donna?
This was an issue in 2013, I believe, John. Ujier brought that to the board. The transfers weren't getting done. I don't know if you remember, but this was an issue then, and nothing happened. And I know I was in June trying to get some answers, and it was the same story that couldn't get caught up. So I'm not sure what this is about, because when I was in the lister's office, if we didn't get the transfers, I couldn't do them on the computer, and that was part of my job.
When we originally stopped Friday in the office, or per se Friday, right? Because they don't really stop. That was part of it too at that point, right, David? Am I wrong?
Right, I think the idea was to
Couple years
close the
ago,
office
yeah.
on Friday to give you peace and quiet, to be able to get stuff caught up. And I think that was, what, a year or two ago? I mean, time flies, I don't remember how long it's been, it
And
says
there
on
have
the
been
door.
times that's been very helpful, but people bypass it completely. I mean, they go around, and more times than not, the door is open all day because everybody's got something that they need right that minute.
We may just have to,
May have to.
at least half of the Friday, just lock the door.
So I'll tell you that
We
the
gotta deal
person,
with it.
I know
Yeah.
a year or two ago, whenever all this went down, I believe, didn't we get somebody from Brandon to come in and help you get caught up?
no, Sue came down for one day to
She
go
came
over
down to
some
show
financial
us a
stuff.
different way that she was doing stuff, and to meet with us down here on some other issues that were going on in Pat's office, too, with Pat.
Oh, okay.
It was a couple things that Dave thought should be done different, and thought Sue did things different, but when she got down here, she basically did it the same as what we were doing.
Okay.
Um,
I knew we had somebody from Brandon doing something, I couldn't remember what.
But there are times we need a little quiet time so we can deal with some of those things. It's actually,
Yeah, something's gotta be figured out, because it's gotten to a legal point in a couple of things that they couldn't find. And closings were gonna happen, and they couldn't find stuff being recorded. Granted, they don't very often come back to back like that, but when they do, and they can't find the records, or,
I guess I retired from teaching because I didn't feel I was efficient as I used to be. And I think age is a factor here too, and efficiency. And I think that needs to be looked at.
I think we have to look at our budget for our allotment for the office. We may need to, when we do our budgeting, I think we're gonna have to address that, whether it's just someone part-time to run the counter a little bit in between, or at least block, to get to this, they can get their work done. I
figure
don't
out
know.
something.
Well, we'll take any ideas you have, because it's the
and
problem.
maybe the phones go off part of the day, so people get, between the phones and the people coming in, and everyone is very needy. And the attorneys are sending people in to get their own stuff, so they expect us to go pull everything.
People are needy, I agree. But, yeah, we'll have to do something, because We can't have records.
So, your elected position,
Yes.
Darcy, you're hired by the town, right? What did I say wrong?
You called her Dorothy, her name's Dolores.
I'm sorry. It's been a long few days. Long few days.
She's the assistant clerk treasurer.
Okay, so whose responsibility or is there anything legal about who can do these recordings?
Yes.
It all falls back on you, doesn't
Yes.
it? You're responsible for it in the
And I'm
end.
trying to get Dolores trained.
Okay.
We have worked diligently today to get everything where it should be. I took on a bunch of it today and we mailed out a great big stack and we have another stack tomorrow.
And more to go. In the middle of all this, they also changed one of our COTS programs. They did away with eSearch, gave us Record Hub, and we've been having some problems with Record Hub. And we go to get documents that are scanned, and if there's 5 pieces in the, one of them won't scan, 5 of documents, one of them today wasn't scanned. And we search it by a name, it doesn't come up. You search it by book and page, sometimes it comes up. Other days you do book and page, nothing comes up, but then the name it's not consistent day to day. So now we're at a point where before we return something, we're making sure that those scans are actually there because we don't want to send stuff back and not have a scan.
It may come, we gotta look at it, it
So
may come
everything like
to
that
more assistance.
Consistently is slowing us down.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Orders and payroll. Any questions on the orders?
Can we do GW paving first?
Oh,
yeah.
shit, sorry. Oops.
Oh, you're
Excuse
okay.
No, we'll be X-rated again, sorry about that. Yes, we have a bid here from GW Paving to seal.
This is for the town office,
Town
front
office.
and back.
Front and back.
There is one for the town garage and fire department. It's $6,100. Chad just texted me back. He just got it and he just emailed it to me here. So I can go print that while you guys sign orders if you'd like to be able to see that one. But that one's to do the town highway garage.
Two
and
different parts.
Two different bids. So there's $6,100 to do the highway garage and fire department. And then there's this one to do this building.
Are there other bids besides this?
No, Chad has spent almost all summer trying to find a company that would come in and even give him a price, and this is the only company that has responded to him.
Wow.
So Wilk wouldn't even,
They don't
They
do
don't do
the
it.
ceiling.
they don't do ceiling anymore? They used to, right?
Chris doesn't do ceiling anymore?
Apparently not.
I remember seeing Wilk ceiling trucks, but that was,
I haven't seen any recently,
okay, why, yeah.
but I know that Chad has spent time, he's struggling to find ceiling companies, and he's really, really having a hard time finding a company that will come and do the lines on roads. The only one in Vermont is L&D, and he's still waiting on a price from them, and the only other company he's found is out of Syracuse.
So on these, when was the last time we sealed both these parking lots?
Oh, God.
This one was, I think, 2013.
2013?
And then I didn't check highway and stuff. I can look on the asset management sheet, but it was such a small dollar amount.
I don't think the
I
fire
don't know if
department's
it's on
been
there.
done. It was repaid, but never been sealed since it was repaid, to
I
my
know.
knowledge.
I think it's been done once according to Bill Hempel, and he asked about having it done, but I don't
I
know.
don't think it was paid, but I don't think it was ever resealed.
Okay, I don't know.
But
I've only
I may
been
be
here
wrong.
3.5 years, so I
I've
don't
been wrong
know.
before,
Would
but
this be a plan of something done this year, or is this
It
next
can
year?
be, it can be part of the paving budget for this year because we ended up with the grant for Furnace Road.
there is a problem down in front of the firehouse that's starting to break up the paving. I
Yes,
noticed
it
that
is.
last time we
And that's
were
why-
there. Yeah, it needs some attention.
That's why
Needs-
Bill Hempel asked about getting
needs
it.
some filling and sealing. or
So, in our paving budget for this year, we have enough money?
We have enough money to do both this and the highway and fire department.
And the fire department, of course, we don't know what the fire department would be right now, we don't have a bid on
Yep,
that.
I have it, it's in
$6,100.
Oh, I thought that was, okay, it's for both, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
6,100 down there,
6,100.
8,700, no, 8,700 here,
Yeah, I got-
6,100
yeah,
there.
I just thought there was a third, the way that was being.
No,
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 I
I'm
got
sorry.
it now.
No.
Well, I think if we've got the money budgeted to do it, and it's been that long, then probably we should have it done.
Right.
But I really would like to have a second bid, it's kinda.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've been trying to get
So-
somebody to pave my road for 2 years, so it's tough getting these guys to do anything.
I looked under our purchasing policy to see what it said, and if it's between $2,500 and $10,000, you can put it out to bid without a formal bid process and see who you get. You can also just do one preferred vendor, dependent upon if it's a specialty thing. So you can go either way with this, according to the purchasing policy.
Well, once the pavement starts breaking,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
I
more.
make
That's
a motion
the
to go
problem.
ahead and
Yeah.
award these bids to GW
Second.
for the amount, 8,700 and what was the other one?
6,100.
Yep.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. All right. Now orders and payroll.
Very good.
Is A1 the only vendor we use for these services?
Porta potties?
Mm-hmm.
Typically, yes.
Do we contact anybody like Dundon?
I don't know if they have been contacted in the past or not. I know typically A1's usually one of the cheaper ones around here, but I can ask to have them contact Dundon's for pricing.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any issues on the orders. Tom, is that every year they have to spend that to certify that ladder, that 4,700 that's on here?
Should.
Yeah, I think it's every, has to be inspected.
Well, that's not every-
Is it every year or every other?
It used to be every 5, but was they changed it?
Well-
See if it was every 5 years.
Well, I think we did, I remember us doing it last
We
year,
had,
so.
that's why I remember too, that's why I
It's
just want to
probably,
ask.
well,
Could
it's
be
all
years.
about extracted money.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it this year though that bill came through?
It was last year.
Around a new year. But it was 4,700 for certification on it, was that what it was? Right, Ann?
4,200 and
Yeah, it was quite a shot of money for certification.
Oh,
Yeah, that's for the ladder and for the truck and for the
Every year.
hose or something.
But if something breaks and somebody falls off and gets
Yeah.
killed, that's cheap, so.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, I
No more, yeah.
remember having this discussion. I should bring it back up. I think I'm gonna start sealing and certifying in my side, my part-time.
do we have anything for the liquor board? We have.
I gave you the one that had to be signed, I thought.
The minutes were in the liquor, but you
No,
don't
there's no
have
liquor board
permits.
on
New
that
one.
one.
I just saw it was on here, I
I
didn't
left-
remember seeing one.
I left it on there in case there was something last minute, I apologize.
Okay, all right, so that ends our open meeting. Tonight, we're going to go into executive session in accordance with 1 V.S.A. 313A, where premature general knowledge would clearly place a municipality or person involved at a substantial disadvantage to discuss the appointment, employment, or evaluation of a public officer or employee, provided that a public body must make the final hiring or appointment decisions and explain its reasons for the decisions in open meeting, 1 V.S.A. 313A3, to include the interim town manager for the first one, and the interim town manager and the town clerk for the second one. Get a second? All in favor?
Aye.